Some processes are changing across the university. The University of Rochester is shifting from its old FRS chart of accounts system to the new Workday FDM or financial data model. This means a new coding system for the U of R's financial accounts. To accommodate this switch, new forms have been created to facilitate the new processes, such as the Journal Entry Enterprise Interface Builder or EIB template. This form can be downloaded from the Finance Forms page in Excel format. Begin using the new form after the date listed on this page. The EIB is new to the U of R's repository. This form is used by Central Finance and anyone with the proper credentials in UR Financials to upload several journal entries with multiple lines into UR Financials at once. On the EIB, you can access tips for completing a field by hovering over the triangular icon. Also, be sure to save the file in XML Spreadsheet 2003 format on your computer. Let's look at how to fill out the EIB form. First, notice that this form is separated into two tabs: Import Accounting Journal and Journal Entry Line Replacement. We'll start with the Import Accounting Journal. For each individual journal entry you record, you must input a header key, which is a unique identifier for that journal entry. Start with the letter A for the first entry, then B, and so on until all journal entries are accounted for. The Accounting Journal ID is an optional field for replacing an existing journal entry. Typically, you will not need to enter this field. Next, enter the company code. If you don't know the company code, refer to the Tools page of the UR Financials website for a listing. Record the code on the form. You must include CM before the company code. You'll most likely not need to use the book code field and should leave it blank unless you are creating a post-closing adjustment or tax adjustment. If this is the case, put that label here. Next, record the accounting date here. This pertains to the accounting period you want the entry posted to. For the journal source, you will typically enter manual. However, if you are part of the Central Finance group, you will receive special instructions for completing this field. If you are crossing funds between accounts, you need to record the balancing work tag. This can be a fund from one of the lines in the entry on the second tab of this spreadsheet. Next, use the journal entry memo to record the purpose of the journal. Each unique header key should have its own journal entry memo. Adjustment journal will typically default to no or be left blank. Only if you previously entered a book code for post-closing adjustment or tax adjustment should you enter Y for yes in this field. Create reversal is another optional field. Here, you would enter yes if you are creating an entry you want to reverse the next month. Or leave the field blank. Or select N for no. Now let's take a look at the Journal Entry Line Replacement tab. The data you'll be entering will be based on the data in the Import Accounting Journal tab. First, enter the header key. Each line must correspond to its header key from the Import Accounting Journal tab. Line key and line order should be unique for each line within a header key. For example, under header key A, you will have line 1 and line 2. Header key B will have its own line 1 and line 2. These numbers designate the order in which the lines will be processed. The line company should match the journal company from the Import Accounting Journal tab. If there is more than one company, at least one of the lines from a company in the Import Accounting Journal tab must be the company used on the headers. If the line has an FAO, the company must be the same as the company for that FAO, prefaced by CM. Next, enter the ledger account number. You can use the Financial Data Converter, or FDC, to locate this information. The number will be indicated here. If you need help using the converter or job aid, refer to the Introduction to Forms video located on the UR Financials website. Designate the account set here. This always needs to be UR account with an underscore. Next, in the debit field, enter the amount you are posting to the debit journal line. On the next line, which is under the same header key, complete the credit amount. You should never fill in the debit and credit amounts on the same line. In the memo field, include a brief description of the purpose of this line of the journal. You only need to enter a budget date if you are creating a grant journal. For these journals, indicate a date within the award period. Otherwise, leave the field blank. Next, you need to enter the FAO or grant field. You will only fill in one of these for your journal. Again, use the FDC to find these codes. The FAO is indicated here. If the code begins with GR, it is a grant. Otherwise, the code is a non-grant FAO. In this case, we have a non-grant FAO. In the event of a cost-sharing transaction, both the grant and the FAO are required for the line item. Cost sharing is appropriate when an FAO is funding a grant expenditure. You also need to supply the spend or revenue category. This information is also found on the FDC and can be found here. The row title will indicate if it is a spend category or a revenue category. Confirm the category code using the job aid located on UR Financials, and then add the code to the form. Fund ID needs to be entered only if the FAO and grant columns are not filled out. This is found in the FDC. Supplier ID is only needed for AP-related entries. Otherwise, leave this field blank. If you are entering this ID in the form, you should already be aware of the proper code. The intercompany affiliate field should be used in case of intercompany transactions to an affiliate. You will need to enter one of the intercompany ledger account numbers in this field. Once you have finished entering all the required fields, remember to save the document in XML Spreadsheet 2003 format. In your live training, you will learn how to upload the templates into UR Financials and how to attach supporting documentation. If you need help completing the EIB form, contact Central Finance. For help with other forms, additional videos are available on the UR Financials website. Thank you for watching this video.